Hi, I'm Karsen Kennedy, and welcome to C&N's Money Myths, the show where we clear up common misconceptions about finances and community banking. At C&N, April is Financial Literacy Month, a time to educate and empower the next generation. If you are a parent, guardian, or trusted adult in the life of a child, you may know that teaching kids about money isn't always easy. As kids grow up and learn about the world, they will encounter all sorts of financial myths and misconceptions along the way. So, let's look at a few common money myths kids believe and some simple ways we can help them see the bigger picture. Saving is only for large amounts of money. Do you remember how much money $100 seemed like when you were a kid? Kids form a lot of their ideas about money just by overhearing or observing adults. So, when adults talk about saving and spending money by the hundreds, a lot of kids can feel overwhelmed. Suddenly, the jar of quarters in their bedroom doesn't feel very important. However, small savings do matter. Each coin and bill represents a step toward a larger goal, like a new bike or video game. To help your kid visualize the impact of responsible saving, consider giving them a clear savings jar. Piggy banks are classic, but a clear jar can help them monitor the day-to-day growth of their money and teach them about the importance of savings of any size. Money comes from ATMs. As adults, we get so used to how things work that we sometimes forget how they might look from a kid's perspective. I remember being little and watching my parents stop at the ATM after school. In my mind, it was amazing. All they did was press a few buttons, then free money came out. This example demonstrates how kids don't always see the connection between physical cash and the financial tools behind it. So, the next time your child asks about the ATM or notices you pay with a card, it might be a good opportunity to talk about where that money actually comes from. The ATM isn't giving out free cash, and that debit card is still using real money from your account. Simple conversations like these can help kids start to understand how money works, and that cause and effect mindset can be incredibly helpful as they grow and begin learning about saving, credit, and debt. If I want something, I should buy it. For a kid, there are few things that are more exciting than making that first purchase with their own money. It's only natural to want to grab the first thing they see at the store or to feel stuck choosing between 2, 3, or even 10 things that they really want. Moments like these can open the door to formative conversations about key money concepts. For example, you could discuss how many people think about their money in categories like needs, wants, and saving for later. It's also a chance to introduce opportunity cost, or the idea that purchasing something now could mean passing up on something else later. Then there's purchase permanence. Once money is spent, it's gone for good. Exploring these ideas with kids early on could help them later in life because, let's be honest, the temptation to make impulse purchases doesn't exactly disappear in adulthood. Kids won't always make the best decisions with their money. That's just part of being human. However, creating space for everyday conversations about money could set them up for success and strong financial literacy in the future. Debt is always bad. Debt often carries a negative reputation, so it's understandable that many parents want their kids to avoid it altogether. And it's true that without a clear plan, debt can become difficult to manage. But it can also be helpful for older kids to understand that not all debt is the same. When taken on thoughtfully and handled responsibly, borrowing can help people reach some of life's most important milestones, like buying your first car, paying for higher education, or eventually buying a home. Managing debt can help teens and young adults build a healthy credit history, which opens the door to many financing opportunities in the future. So, framing debt as a financial tool rather than something that's always good or always bad can help bring a more balanced perspective as kids begin learning about credit and borrowing. As kids grow up, they may run into one or all of these money myths. However, every misconception, big or small, offers a unique opportunity for kids to learn and grow. Thank you for watching this month's episode of Money Myths. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know in the comments and consider sharing it with a friend. For more information about C&N, visit www.cnbankpa.com or call our Client Contact Center at 1-877-838-2517. Thank you to the Homepage Network for producing Money Myths. C&N is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.